Welcome to Crimson Tide Connection, where we visit with your favorite coaches and players. And I'm joined by the head coach of the Alabama volleyball team, Ed Allen. Coach, you hit the road this weekend as you travel to South Carolina on Friday and LSU on Sunday. Your first matchup of the season against South Carolina, second against LSU. Just how do you feel about heading out on the road this week?
Well, I think, it'll be a challenge. I think the last time we hit the road, we went to Georgia and Auburn, and our kids had a taste of what it's like to have to compete in the SEC on the road and the venues and how those will be somewhat difficult environments, particularly on Friday nights. And we expect exactly that to be the case on Friday when we take on a South Carolina team that probably is desperate for a win as well in SEC play.
As you said, they're kind of desperate for a win in SEC play. They're 13-6 overall, but 2-6 in the SEC, losing 6 straight matches. How do you feel like you face up against them?
Well, I think it ought to be a competitive match. Both matches last year were, in fact, that. And, again, against a team that probably feels like this is a match that they need to come up with at home should make it challenging for us. But I think it ought to be a difficult match for both teams, and should be a competitive match for people to watch.
Then on Sunday, you travel to Baton Rouge to face the Tigers of LSU, your second meeting of the season. What do you take away from that first matchup to this matchup to kind of be more effective?
Well, I think, we beat them. If we can be as effective, I can be pretty happy with that, Chris. I mean, we beat them 3-0 here and really pretty handily controlled the match. I don't expect that we're going to have nearly as much ease at coming up with a victory in Louisiana. But, a team that is extremely talented in the middle, if their ball control is there, they will be a difficult matchup for us, and so we'll continue to look to try to apply pressure at the service line. That was a big factor for us here at this place. Their libero is back in action. I think came back last week, and so they'll obviously be a much more talented team out of serve receive as well as defensively.
Coach, this could be a big road trip for you with if you could come up with wins against South Carolina and LSU. But for you personally, what does this team need to do to be successful on this road trip?
Well, I think as much as anything else, again, getting back to playing consistent volleyball, increasing our side-out percentage. It has dropped by almost 10% in the last week, and so want to become more effective out of serve receive, and want to defensively get after it probably a little bit more, and then probably stop runs and create runs ourselves are probably the critical issues as we move towards this weekend.
And, Coach, that matchup against South Carolina is in Columbia at 6 p.m., so all the Tide fans can come out there. But also on Sunday at 1 in Baton Rouge, the Tide will take on the Tigers. And if you can't be there, you can listen to it live online at tidetv.com. Good luck this weekend, Coach.
Thanks, Chris.
For head coach Ed Allen, I'm Chris Freeland for Crimson Tide Connection.